Hey there, and welcome back to the Money Mindset and Manifestation Podcast. I am your host, TEDRA Chanel. Now, before we get into today's episode, per usual, I do want to let you guys know that I am going to be teaching a free masterclass 1 week from today, because today is Wednesday, not Monday. I'm not going to talk about it. But on October the 19th, during the lunch hour, 1 o'clock, we are going to be teaching, I don't know who we are. I'm going to be teaching a live masterclass on the 5 steps that you can take to manifest absolutely anything and everything. Now, if you've never taken any of my classes, then you would know that I am the type of person, I actually give real value in my webinars and master classes. It's not full of fluff and BS, okay? Yes, I will be sharing with you guys 2 upcoming courses that I have while we are in that master class, but you're definitely going to have or be able to take away a lot of value from that class, whether you decide to invest in the courses or not, okay? So, what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about pivoting. I was going to discuss something else, excuse me, this episode. But for the last week and a half, I have been either hearing or seeing the word pivot over and over and over again. Now, I believe we talked about pivoting several episodes back, but the word is coming up again. The energy is coming up again to pivot. And while I was kind of meditating on this and really getting the downloads that were coming, I heard old keys don't open new doors. And what that said to me is that what we have been doing and how we have been doing it is no longer going to work. A lot of us are having issues with manifesting, up-leveling, evolving, growing, because we are using the same tools, the same mindset, the same processes as we've always been using to get to where we are now. And we're continuing to use those same tools and processes, but this time we're not getting anywhere. This time it's not working. It's kind of like hitting a plateau on your weight loss journey. Like, how many times have we done that? We're working out. We usually get into these routines, right? And on certain days, we're doing certain exercises. And that has been working for us for the past 3 months. And we've been able to drop weight over the last 3 months using the same regimen or routine, eating the same types of food, taking in the same amount of protein, water, all of the things. And then all of a sudden, the scale stops moving and we hit this plateau. So what we have been doing is no longer working, right? I believe that the energy in the world has brought about this shift. And with this shift, we have to make changes. We have to create different routines. We have to up-level the way that we do everything, right? So this is truly a season of pivoting. If you find that in business, the business just isn't businessing like it used to, you're not making the money that you used to, or you're not attracting the caliber of client that you really want, Maybe you're like me and you know, you really want to do and take your business to a different level. Like, for example, me. I have been teaching online for the last almost decade. I cannot believe it's been that long. And while this is something I think I will forever do because I really love it, there definitely needs to be a change. There needs to be a pivot. I need to do things differently. I really need to go in the direction that I'm being called to go in, but I don't, because I feel like a lot of my clients, current clients and customers, I'm going to leave behind. And that's why I kind of just stay right here. I continue to, you know, charge what I've been charging and put out classes and courses in the way that I've been doing it, right? But what I really desire to do is to put my business on autopilot. I want to have 2 courses. That's it. I don't want to be the course queen. I don't want to be putting out a class or a course every other day. Like, that's just not giving soft life. That's giving, I'm always having to think, always having to create a new course, like, and it comes off as money grabbish. You know what I mean? No shade. No shade to anyone, but I kind of give a side eye to people who put out course after course after course after course. It's like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? It just looks like a money grab, and that's not what it is for me. And I don't want anybody to ever think that that's what it is, right? So I want to have 2 courses. One is going to be me combining Quantum Manifester, Ready, Set, Manifest. This means I have to totally overhaul and combine the 2 courses. Because I believe that while I love how simple and straight and to the point QM is, there are some pieces of RSM that I think need to be taught as well. So I'm going to combine those 2, so that'll be 1 course. And then we have Manifest My Brand, How to Turn Your Ideas into Income. That's going to be my 2nd course. That's going to be it. Now, it's not to say that every year I won't revamp or take away one and add another one, you know what I mean? But 2023, I just want 2 courses, right? And then I really want to start a high ticket, or it's not really even high ticket, but it's mid-ticket mastermind. That's going to cost, you know, it's going to be an investment, a few thousand or more, depending on, I don't know yet because I really have to flesh out the program, but it's going to be several weeks long, all of the things. And then I really want to start having in-person events. And I want to start speaking, publicly speaking. I want to start going to events where I can sit in the audience and learn, you know what I mean? So there's so much that I want to do. And in order for me to do those things, I can't continue to do, I can't be, I can't hold on here and grow at the same time. It's just not, we're doing this tug of war thing. And what that's creating is me being really unhappy in my business. So, like I said, I've been hearing pivot. It's time to pivot. You can't continue to, you're not going to get to where you want to go doing the same things that you've been doing in the way that you've been doing it. But when I heard old keys don't open new doors, that stuck out to me like a glaring red flag. So my brand is getting this new overhaul. It's going to be completely overhauled. In order for me to be happy again in my business, and in order for me to get to and achieve the goals that I really need and want to achieve, right? So I want for you guys to really think about what it is, what areas of your life do you need to pivot in? Is it in your love life? Is it in business? I know for a lot of you, it's in your money. It's in your money. It's you're not happy at your job. Some of you may be working multiple jobs, right? Or maybe you have a business that you just have in place because you felt like it was going to make you money. It's not making you money, and you're stressing out about it because you're just trying to really hold on to it. It's time to let it go. Doesn't mean that you just completely walk away from all business, right? But maybe it's time that you revamp it and do what you truly love to do. Because a lot of us, we do things out of the mindset that this is all that I can do. Or I have to stay in this little bubble in order for people to take me seriously. If I charge X, Y, and Z, then nobody's going to want to pay me. Right? And we keep ourselves in these boxes because of these beliefs and these stories that we tell ourselves. If you are not happy in your relationship, in any area of your life, it doesn't matter. It's time to pivot. It's time to do something else. It's time to do it in a different way. Stop waiting on permission. Because we tend to do that as well. We tend to want to ask for permission. We want to be validated. We want our ideas and downloads to be validated by outside sources, by our spouses, by our friends. What do you think I should do? When in actuality, you already know what to do. You just need to do it. It's time to pivot. And it's time to get yourself in position. It's time to get yourself in position to be around the energy that you want to attract. We attract who we are, right? We attract on the level that we vibrate. We attract on the level of what we believe, okay? So let's say that everybody wants to be successful, okay, in whatever area. Everybody wants to be successful. Success is not always quantified by the amount of money that you have. So you have to define what success looks like to you, right? But everyone wants to be successful. What is that energy once you get to the goal? Okay, the goal is $1 million for everybody, right? It's $1 million, even though it's not a lot of money. But that's usually the goal. I want to make $1 million. What does that feel like? Right? You get the $1 million, and then what? Right? Then what do? How does that feel? And I guarantee you, a lot of you listening and watching on YouTube cannot tell me how that feels. By the way, if you're listening and watching on YouTube, go ahead and thumbs up the video. Share it with a few of your friends. Get your girl back in the algorithm. Okay, thank you. But I guarantee you that a lot of you are like, damn, I don't know what that would feel like. How would it feel to have $1 million? You don't know, because most of you have never had $1 million. Most of you have probably never even been in $1 million home. Most of you probably don't have millionaire friends, right? I don't have a millionaire friend, right? So how do you fix that? It's a couple of ways, right? I tell you guys all the time, study highly successful people. Not the people that's fronting on Instagram and showing money, because I guarantee you people who are out here showing stacks of money, they ain't really got it. I'm talking about people that we know are successful. The Mark Cubans of the world. It is my dream, one of them, to meet Mark Cuban. I just want to be in the room with Mark Cuban. Now, if you don't know who he is the owner of the Mavericks basketball team. He is also one of the sharks on Shark Tank. Shark Tank is one of my favorite shows. I want to be in a room with him. I want to be in a room with the likes of Eric Thomas. Love Eric Thomas. Tony Robbins. Okay? Love Tony Robbins, right? I want to be in the room. And there's two young ladies, Ronnie and Kiana, that I follow. I want to be in the room, right? I want to be a fly on the wall and really learn from these people. That is literally, y'all want to know what I do all day? When I'm not working and creating, I'm studying and reading. That gives me so much joy. Aside from my kids and just watching my kids be happy and healthy, I love to watch my children eat. I love to watch them play. I love to hear them talk to each other like it's the funniest thing ever, the conversations that they have. But aside from that, what makes me really happy is studying. I always have a book right next to me. I always am reading something, right? Because I just have this thirst for knowledge. That's what I do. I'm a nerd. I will watch, Housewives. I don't even watch it every week. I'll let them pile up, get 2 or 3 episodes in a row, and then when I'm just tired, halfway going to sleep, I'll watch, But most of the time, I'm either listening to a podcast that's feeding me. I'm watching videos where I'm learning something on YouTube. I'm trying out this new platform. I'm always trying out a new platform, and I've just been learning about that, watching videos. And then I'm also reading books. I read multiple books at one time. That's what I do, right? Study highly successful people. And then figure out a way to get in the damn room. So I guarantee you guys that you all are going to start to see me in the room. I'm going to be looking up Tony Robbins events, Eric Thomas, where is he speaking, Ron and Kiana, where are they speaking. I want to be in the room because proximity is powerful and it's priceless. The amount that we can learn is priceless. And I want to bring this up before I end, right? So if you're on TikTok, because it wouldn't be one of my podcast episodes if I didn't mention TikTok. But in the last week and some change, what's been really trending on TikTok, one of the things, because there's always multiple things trending, but one of the things has been Stormy Wellington. Coach Stormy is I think she is the top income earner for TLC, Total Life Changes, the T, the weight loss tea. And there's a video floating around the internet where she was talking to one of her mentees. They were on a yacht. She hosted this weekend, 2 weekends ago, where people paid $10,000 to spend the weekend with her. And one of the events, or one of the things that they did, was they went on this yacht. And there was a cookout type of setup, you know what I mean? Barbecue, burgers, hot dogs, that sort of thing. So Tammy is one of her mentees and also one of the top income earners in the company as well, under the leadership and mentorship of Stormy. So Stormy told her, okay, so Tammy's plate was kind of piled up, right, with food. She basically told Tammy that she wouldn't have accepted that plate of food. Tammy was like, oh, well, somebody made it for me and just gave it to me and I just took it. I didn't plan on eating all of it. But then Stormy was like, that plate is very low vibrational. I wouldn't eat that. That plate does not say royalty. It says hood rat, all of this, right? Internet in shambles, okay? I think it even made it to Twitter. So I'm saying the internet. I just saw it on TikTok, but from what I hear, it was everywhere. Shambles, right? Then people started to dig. And that's when people discovered the cost of the weekend. They saw the flyer, and it said something like, you get to shop in my closet, okay. Hang out with Les Brown and myself, whoop-de-wop. It was $10,000. And everybody was saying that it's too much money, she out here scamming people. Who does she think she is? I would never pay her $10,000. Woo, woo, woo. Totally missing the point. Now, do I feel like Stormy's delivery could have been better? Absolutely. But I don't follow her, but I've definitely seen her content. I have a pretty good grasp on who she is and how she speaks, right? She is very blunt, borderline disrespectful, very just cut and dry. I don't agree with it, right? Because I believe that you can offer someone tough love but not be belittling or disrespectful, but that's not my point. I want to really talk about the price. Okay, $10K. I think there were 20 women there with her. Everybody was talking about how it was just too much money. She was scamming people out of money. Woo, woo, wah. Regardless of how belittling Stormy can come across, we have to acknowledge that she has come a really long way. Very long way. Still got a long way to go, but don't we all, right? There's so much to learn from her, number one. She knows people who are high up. I think she's worked with Tony Robbins. She's worked with Les Brown, Grant Cardone. These are all multimillionaires. I even think Tony Robbins is billionaire status, right? So sometimes we just have to stop looking at the price tag, $10,000. Don't look at it as I'm giving $10,000 away. When you invest in anything, don't look at it as I'm giving $10,000 away. I'm giving $497 away. I'm giving $222 away. It's investing in your self-development, right? Because if I really resonated with Stormy, which I really don't, but I get it because I'm blunt too, but I'm not disrespectful. You know what I mean? But if I resonated with her more, I would have no problem paying $10,000 to be in a room, right? Because it's not about that. It's about what I can learn, what I can implement, and when I do the work based on what I've been taught, I know I can get that money back and then some. It should be less of how much am I having to spend? How much is this going to cost me? And more of what is my ROI going to be? What is my return on investment going to be? That's the number that you should focus on. Because I guarantee that whatever it costs to be in a room with Tony Robbins and learn from him, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Mark Cuban, Ronnie, Kiana, I guarantee that I'm gonna get it back and then some. It's about the knowledge. It's about the information. And then it's about the implementation. So if you guys have that mindset of, oh my God, I would never pay that much, then you'll never be able to. You'll never have that much to invest if that is your mindset. We really got to get out of that. That is a very impoverished way to think. But I guarantee you that a lot of you all, if such and such was coming into town for a concert, you would come with that money hands down. Half of y'all would spend your mortgage, your rent money, your car note. Don't let Beyonce come into town. I'm not a fan of Beyonce's, but I know a lot of you all are. Right? Don't let her come into town and charge $2-3 grand for a ticket. You'll figure it out. But then most people won't even invest in themselves. in their growth, in their self-development. Do not be that person that is saying, oh my God, I would never, because then you never will. You'll never even be in position based on that limited thinking to pay somebody $10,000 to be in a room for 3 days. It's about the experience. It's about the proximity. It's about the energy. When you connect with certain people who can also get you into rooms that you could never have gotten into otherwise, that's where we're going with it. It's not about giving her $10,000. It's about the power of proximity, which is priceless. Okay? So I kind of got off on a tangent, but the word of the season is pivot. So this is the homework. Okay? I want you to think about the areas of your life that you want to grow and expand in, that you feel stuck in. Right? I haven't grown in this area. I feel stuck. It's time for me to pivot. Right? I want you to write a letter to yourself, but this letter is going to be written to yourself 6 months from now. So you're writing it from the point of view 6 months from now. October, November, December, January, February, March, April. April 2023. I want you to break out your paper, break out your iPad, and write April 2023. And then you're going to write a letter to yourself. Okay? Not a letter. We're just writing. This is like a journal entry, a diary entry. And in this entry, I want you to write about how much your life has changed, how much you've been able to grow, evolve, how much money you've made, how much love that you've attracted into your life, how much weight you've lost, how much have you changed in 6 months. That's the perspective that I want you to write from. Be very detailed, right? Write that letter, we're going to call it a letter. Write the letter from the perspective of 6 months from today. And then I want you to really pay attention to how you feel talking about the things that have transpired in your life. How does that make you feel? Stay connected to that feeling. Commit to pivoting. Commit to doing the shit differently. Commit to burying, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Commit to burying the relationship that is no longer serving you. Living paycheck to paycheck. The low vibrational plates. No, I'm just kidding. The weight that you're carrying, the extra weight, the unhappiness, whatever it is, bury it. Because it's time to pivot. So I'm gonna put this down. The way that I operate my business today, I'm gonna go ahead and bury her. She tired. Okay, we're gonna retire her. And then I'm gonna start doing it the way that I see in my head and the way that best aligns with me now. The relationship, I'm gonna set boundaries. And either this person can respect my boundaries or they get buried too, right? Old keys cannot open new doors. So if we want new doors, new opportunities, new mindsets, new lives, new cars, new homes, new money, new love, we need new keys. And we only get the new key by changing our mindset, by letting go and releasing the energy that is right now. New keys, new doors. It's time to pivot. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. Make sure that you guys check out the show notes, follow all the instructions, figure out how to connect with me down there, sign up for the free masterclass that's coming up on Wednesday. All of the things are down in the show notes. Or if you're on YouTube, in the description. YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, and say, TEDRA, I made it to the end. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Whatever platform that you're listening on, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. We upload usually every Monday, child, but it's been Wednesday, Thursday, but we upload every week. I haven't skipped a week yet. It's just been a little late, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. And as per usual, go out and manifest some epic shit.